Yeah, I would like to say that this is the stupidest thing I hear all the time, that the liberals are the blame for people being on welfare. People voted for Barack Obama to be on welfare and government assistance, was just not my vote. My vote was to have a loft and a dream and house and car money, and later on and work at a corporate job or a high paying position, and not argue about an immigrant taking a low paying job that 9 10 my grandmother or great grandmother or grandfather had to work back in the Jim Crow days. It was low paying, they couldn't afford to pay bills with. The stupidest thing that I hear about is the liberals are the reason why folks on welfare. Liberals are jobless because we liberals don't take bullshit from people. We come to work trying to. Let me go ahead and block the comments. I don't want to be distracted. Y'all can be coming, but I'm gonna keep on hitting on my end so I can go ahead and talk. Thanks for joining in, those who are joining in. But I'm going to say this. They always try to make excuses that we liberals are the ones are made to be on welfare. Now I just turned 38 this past Friday. I went to give out my birthday, but this past Friday I just turned 38. It was 20 years ago, and I was 18 years old. My main dream was to be get the hell out of my grandparents' house, not let them run my damn life from around. Um, and be independent. It was the 90s. It was 97. Graduate high school in 98. Post graduate in 97. You know, I felt the first grade because Whitney Houston. Okay. Back in 85, 86. Graduated in 98 in high school. Okay. Went to Job Corps 2004 to get a trade so I can be independent. It was dumb conservative people and liberals who claim to be liberal, but they would have a conservative brainwashed mindset that told me to stay at home with family who was abusive, mean, ugly, rude, and had a stupid belief system that I don't ever want to be part of. They was whining and dying about a belief system that a generation would no longer believe in. And I was that generation, and I didn't want no part. They was going against my conscience because it's up to me spiritually to believe in something that I don't want no part of. Not to them. They're not God. And the funny part is, here's 20 years later, we have Trump. And in Trump's situation, which I don't understand, that Trump said, and I do agree halfly, that many of the communities, African communities in liberal states are not good where you have to lose. But I live in Texas, and there are communities here in this conservative, racist, WASP state, white and mostly majority controlled state that was stolen from Mexico. Um, you got a lot of people on welfare. You got a lot of folks living in tents, and yes, it's also personal responsibility because some people doing drugs, or spending stuff underneath over their needs and all this other stuff. But no, it's not the case with someone like me because I've never done drugs. Um, Illegal drugs. I do the healthy drugs. You buy at the Whole Food store and GMC and Dollar Tree. You know, we go to the pills like Ginkgo Below, Virginia. Those are drugs I take. Yes, okay. Pills like vitamin C, vitamin D. Okay, all those types of black seed oil. Herbal and vitamins. Those are drugs I take, and I also drink caffeine, which is legal. No illegal, no weed, no kush, no coke, no crack, none of that shit. Okay, I hate that shit. Never tried, but it's stupid to me that anyone would let something control me. If I don't like humans controlling me, why would I let something control me? Okay, I would admit sugar, eating this cake from Costco's, my liver's acting a fool about that. Yeah, okay, and I am a sugar addict. Okay, you just haven't stopped eating that shit, you get diabetes. I've been taking a lot of supplements to stop that situation. But there's those who was drug free, who was independent minded person who didn't want folks to fuck with them, or their mentality did not want them to shape their life and their future, who wanted to be not never vowed to be in the system, wanted their own and when their own, excuse me, and it was people who were conservative, who was extremely family oriented. So family people were so sad that people were defending a dysfunctional family over a nuclear family. There's no abuse. I don't understand that situation, but didn't want me to be an adult at 18, wanted me to be confined to my grandparents and parents' mindset to the point I wanted to commit suicide. And then force go against my constitutional right as America becomes a religion, because I'm not a Protestant. I hate that religion. And those who in the Catholic Church who try to defend we come to Reformation ones as well, okay, who are not true Catholics, have to tell the Pope on these people, in the diocese that I am in here in Houston, have to snitch on them how they treated me. I am a liberal. I hate the old school conservative stuff, and I want to have my own and live in a liberal society, get away from Texas, go to New York City before Trump's was not going to go to Mexico. So you said that we liberals are blamed for welfare in Section 8 when that was not my plan. I just told you that, right? So who plan was it? It was the conservatives. It was the conservative ones who controlled the boss. Who are those who so-called liberals, who are brainwashed like slaves on a plantation to their master, who run the businesses in Texas, who do the hiring, who doing the firing, who. And the funny part is they hire who they want to hire. That's also cause of lead of welfare, government systems, and everything else because you have to use those systems to order to survive while looking for a job. The one thing I don't understand, if you're so conservative, why you're not teaching people in inner cities along with those in suburbia, especially school age children, to be entrepreneurs. Some of us are not made to be workers to people. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm looking for, this new job, I'm trying to handle it in some way or another. But I'm an independent person. I'm a Lion King. Okay, I don't believe in horoscopes, but I do fit the example. That's why Tommy Lorraine, I didn't know she's a Leo too. We're both Leos, but we're outspoken, and I never. It's not in our nature to be submissive. Okay. Someone like me has naturally get to be an entrepreneur. That's why when I go back to school, I have my 2 years to go back to get my bachelor's online to get my entrepreneurship bachelor's degree. I don't want to be someone's slave to walk on. If you're going to teach people to be doormats to corporate America, doormats to people who don't give two cents shits about them, just pay them and treat them like shit, which is a psychological damage on people's mindsets and souls, of course, you're gonna have a welfare system. Of course, you're gonna have a Section 8, all that other crap. But I want you to ask your question, dumb ass conservatives. Did the people when they were 18 years old, 20 years old, asked to be on welfare? Didn't they want their own stuff? The same thing that you have, a car, a nice home. They wanted that. When they got into jobs, okay, got into a career, it was dumbass like you who was being abusive on the job. You left your Christian card at the door as soon as you clock in. Because it say treat everybody right. It also tells you to correct in kindness. I know I ain't perfect. I know I was cussing in 2 Timothy 2, chapter 2, chapter 2, 24, 25, and I think that was 26, that a slave of the law corrects in kindness. It's also tell you those who don't want to be corrected. Proverbs 9, a lot of folks skip that verse. Proverbs 9, 7 to 9, verse to not correct scoffers. It also tells you that not to be the king of Gentiles. Remember, Jesus talked about that. You know, those who are who wants to be a leader uh, um, has to serve. Okay, so you're supposed to serve the community. You're supposed to serve those who are working for you. I'm not saying be submissive and bow down. No, you give them a job. That means respect go both ways. I respect you, respect me. I always talk about mutual respect. That's what the Bible also talks about. Not only tell you to be respectful towards authority, but it also tells you as authority not to scandalize the little ones either. In Matthew 18, a lot of y'all fail at your card, and you want to know why people don't want Christianity in school. Well, just the true Christianity is not Protestantism. Did Saint Peter say that? Saint Peter said it in the second chapter, the second letter, the first chapter, 2021, personal tradition has a scripture. I mean, there's no prophecy, personal tradition has a prophecy. So I forgot what the heck I was on. My mind just woke up. Okay. Then the third chapter say that people distort scripture on instruction. A lot of y'all do that to all abuse people. That's why nobody want to teaching Bible in school, because if a person has an abusive mindset to hurt people and that's their motive, who you want that someone else? No wonder the people back in the old days, right after integration was legalized, listen to Jim Jones and got killed drinking Kool-Aid because they were in the question. They were told that the question that if God, someone speaking from the Bible, you're supposed to not to question. Then St. Paul told the lesson test everything whole was good. I have a question of mindset. Something I don't understand. I will always question. I ought to get an understanding. The point is I'm trying to make is that y'all sitting here, y'all the one who made the welfare system. You wanted people to be on welfare. You laugh at people who got money. You as people who got money, and those who don't have money, you flash your needs. You don't share your riches with people. You may be at the soup kitchen, but while at the soup kitchen or giving folks food who are homeless, once you offer them to come to a career development class to get them out of drugs, all other stuff, of course you can't make the horse drink water. But maybe you are the cause. When you go out the door and you see someone with an acting name like Shaniqua, Shaquita, or Maria or something like that, you throw that in the trash, and this is Becky Ann Sue Jones, and if and you find out it's a blonde, blue-eyed, brunette, redhead, it looks Caucasian or is Caucasian, that's when you hire on the spot. Be real. You caused that. You caused that. Because when back in the 90s, I was coming when Clinton days, you don't like Clinton. Okay? I'm a Bernie Sanders supporter, and I was a vote for Gary Johnson. He was like his old thought wife. And I know he was your kingpin of the Democrat Party. He was your lead way. He was a snake in the Democrat Party who was helping y'all, which makes a lot of sense. Three shots out bill. Okay, yes. And super predators, yes. The Clintons were on your side while we were assuming they was on our side. We catch that. Porn ass. We wasn't thinking about trying to be thugs, criminals. But how many white teachers are like the teacher of Malcolm X? Those who was in the movie when Malcolm X wanted to be a lawyer and told little black children or brown children or children of color, you cannot be that. You're this and that. That's why they end up becoming thugs and hood rats and fighting the street, because you told them that they could not be the next president, the next secretary of the state, next all these other high positions. And you know when they end up growing up, want to fight another Latino who come to this country, whether it be legal and immigrant that you employ. Let's get straight. It's a white conservative who employ these people because they say they're better workers than niggers, okay? Over a low-wage job that's not pay anything. And then when a person argue that we don't want the low-wage job and don't care, that's how immigrant come in here, you don't have the skill. But when someone did have a skill to go to Job Corps to get it, oh, every little excuse in the book, you trying to find every little stumbling block. So you're the contributor of the welfare system. See, y'all don't want to question that part. You are the stumbling block of those successful. Who want to be successful, excuse me, those who want to be successful. You want to make sure they stay at the bottom to make yourself feel great. That's why you want America to be great, aka white again. Okay? So don't sit here and put the finger on us liberals. Because there's liberals who do not want to be on welfare system, who want our own shit. And yes, I do want segregation back. No, not a racial segregation. It'll be nice if the country was divided for you dumbass conservatives on one end of any color, and those who suck up to them who are color, because the white ones don't cry about slavery then when it happens. And us liberals who want to live free the way how we want to live our lives, so we don't need your asses ever start blocking our future and our success. Because that's the ones who storming us. And y'all get shit on when we confront your abuse and behavior that you try to distort in scripture and you're trying to display on the job. We're not signing a contract to kiss people's asses or sign a contract to get dehumanized for a paycheck. We're here to work just like you and treat you the same respect we want back as well. Because at the end of the day, ain't none of us God on this earth. Everybody deserves respect. Okay? So, if you don't want people on welfare, if you don't want people on the system, then stop contributing to the system by denying folks access to job opportunities. Stop sitting here trying to make people live lower than $7.25 an hour when we ask for a higher wage so we can get out of our system, so we can move on up. Stop telling little children of color they cannot be what the white folks wants to get in the job market. Stop abusing children and calling it discipline when you know damn well it's not discipline. Maybe if you do all those stop doing those bad things, people will not be on the system and we can go to work and everybody get treated respect. The supervisor get respect, so the employee get treated respect, because they were both human. We show respect and honor on job to each other. Is that so hard? So then we equal then, and no one cannot bitch and moan who get disrespected. I shouldn't have to go to a workplace where someone is screaming, yelling at folks. For the hell of it. Let's call it like it is. People who do that for gratification. It's called narcissism. It's for their selfish gratification. They want to be the bully to intimidate, when actually some folks who've been bullied enough ain't intimidated by them, because we know we can beat them in the asses when they don't know where's going, when we're not looking around. because we don't want to have that as a future whole. You can have that as a future where people treat you like shit, but don't share that burden with those who don't want to be treated like shit. You're the one who caused the welfare system. Many of us, you can get a bunch of dumb asses in the ghetto who don't know shit and make that argument. But those who was not in the ghetto at the time Obama started, because I stayed with grandparents, I'm trying to get the fuck out of her house. And when I got my own shit, and when I got my apartment in public housing, was to live on my own, to get out of public housing. Do you think I love have to buy air conditioner? Do you think I love living in a place where people in the office treat you like hell? You get muted in your apartment, and they try to blame you when you was not trying to cause me to do. They tell you, oh, when it's a crime in the air, someone can walk in your house and try to kill you, rob you, maybe do some things to you that's dehumanized. And oh, you want to see the cops on our side? Time to shut the hell up. The cops are not on our side in the inner city. We're called the police. They come, what, 2 hours? They come more than 30 minutes. You bring going to suburbia, they come less than that. When you come as you the victim, they try to attack at you when you're the victim. You're not the victimizer. You will go to defend the victimizer, make every excuse in the fucking book to keep that the victimizer on the block. And sometimes they be the ones who contribute the drugs to the victimizer. That's called like it is. Sometimes if the drug dealer is also selling dope in the community, instead of them arresting the drug dealer, they will also pay the officer. And sometimes the officer is involved in the drug situation. So before y'all start talking about cops on our side in the city, that's a damn lie. Me and them or not, they harass the people in the community, treat folks like shit in the community, and that's why they don't get respect back, because besides that badge, they're fucking human beings just like us. Before they signed the contract to become a police officer, and after they became a police officer. Don't forget, it's our fucking taxpayer money that you say about welfare goes to their damn paychecks, goes to their guns, goes to their cars, goes to all that other stuff in their department. And it seems to me that we should not even support the police department when they ask for doggone donations. They get government money that we have to clock in every day, that we, get our tax return and everything every year. And that money goes to them, but they still asking for donations and doing Tory funds and everything else. They want to act like bullies. We don't want bullies to be our bosses. That's like asking an antichrist to be a boss. That's like asking a demon. I guess the devil should be the boss too. We want people who have respect and honor to get that same back to them. And that's what we want. We want mutual respect out of those folks. We don't want to be treated like trash because we don't look like a white person. Although many of us dark or light in our community, we do have white in us. Remember what happened in slavery? Stop ignoring the truth. The white men started race mixing here, not the other way around. In the Americas, started with Christopher Columbus and his gang of thugs. That's why folks want their statues going down. But anyway, point is, we didn't ask to be put on in the system. We wanted our own, but it was you dumb asses using religion, twisting the Bible, telling us to go back to our abusive homes, where people who really don't care about us because love is. Didn't the Bible say love is not critical and ruled over injury in the 13th chapter of Corinthians? Didn't Jesus say that he's supposed to put a sword in the family? So someone stumbles, it's hurting me. That's not a Christ-like move to hurt people because they have a title. We want our own stuff. We don't want people running our lives on. We don't care about my mom put a word. A bunch of mamas put their child in the world too, and also go to Planned Parenthood and kill them. Is that making them good mothers? Let's get that straight right ahead. So I don't want to hear about all that. Y'all busybody asses will stopping us, harassing us who wanted our own shit, who didn't want to be entitled, okay? We wanted our own cars. We wanted to go to work every day, have our own transportation, have our own car, our own mortgage. We want to make higher money. We didn't want everybody to tell me, you get paid less, good. You should live in public housing. No, it is shithole here. If I want a high paying job, I want a high paying apartment, a loft, or a nice place to stay that looks like Beverly Hills type. Not living like some ghetto and me pretending having good times when it's not a good times. So before you ever say anything about us liberals wanting to be in the system, no the fuck no. We wanted our own. We wanted to emancipate ourselves from you stupid assholes. You was losing power and you was harassing us. We don't need your rhetoric. We don't need your belief system. Leave that shit in the past or leave it in your life. We was moving forward while you trying to make us go backwards. So that's why we're on the welfare system. That's why, and you having folks on the job mistreating us the job when we ask, we're not looking for, we're not waiting more than, oh, who gonna mistreat us the next day? You can get dehumanized and talk like a dog on dog, but don't put that burden on those who don't want it. It's so funny you say don't defend evil. You should defend that evil. Hypocrites. I don't want no part of your belief system. And yes, it would be nice. A surrogation. If Trump can get us a surrogation, I ain't talking about surrogation in race. I'm talking about belief system. Y'all live your conservative, please let us know what a conservative and us liberals live one end, and maybe America be great again. Because we don't want your stupid belief system. Fuck your belief system. Fuck your value system. We don't want it. Okay? We want a lifestyle that we want to live our life the way we want to, and we want folks bothering us about what we do. And we want to make money to support it, so we don't have nothing to do with you. Don't boo-hoo cry about losing part of us because we didn't want to be part of your society anyway. We want our own society. But every time liberal comes from the South, wants to go with his liberal counterparts up north somewhere, hear your ass is harassed, especially young, trying to tell them stay at home because you're afraid of losing power and control of that person. Who's selfish then? If you got folks that believe your bullshit, you should be thankful and happy and grateful. And folks who don't, go about your own business. So don't make that claim that we liberals wanted to be on the welfare system and we wanted to be on the government. We want our own shit. We don't care about family members who don't care about us. Someone call me out my name and say I'm less than something and everything 24/7 and treat me like 24/7 and turn around, I love you. That Dr. Jacob is high bullshit should not be there if they love me so much. There ain't no love in a talking. If I can't talk to them that way, they shouldn't talk to me that way. And I would, yes, ask that question if I had children. I would never dehumanize my kids. I would never treat them like something less than human by calling them out and cussing it out. When I do that bullshit, it's for those I dislike and hate. Stop mixing the two together. Stay on one page with your bullshit. When I curse and call people any kind of way, that's words of hatred and dislike, not of love. Y'all have some bad parenting skills at home. And then say the ones who grow up with that bullshit is trying to display it on the workplace, in the city form, in an authority. And we don't want the demonic assholes in charge of nothing. Charge of anything in our area. So stop harassing us. Stop trying to manipulate us or dehumanize us to go along with your stupid rhetoric. We don't want to be part of your fucking value system. Fuck your value system. Fuck your belief system. Whatever it is that's causing you to believe that way, we don't want to be part of that. Won't you let us have our own shit and boo-hoo and cry and get over it the fact you can control us? And then we have our own and you have our own. So yes, I call for a separation between liberals and conservatives, and that me as a liberal, God, that situation will find a place in America to go to, and we don't trust me. We will make sure our kids and our grandkids don't go on your area. And you can keep your conservative, old school, burdensome lifestyle in your damn life, and we keep our life away from yours. And trust me, we'll make sure there will not be no welfare. We'll make sure that people have a nice high place to stay, live procedures good, have your procedures in good and prosperous, and everybody will live in their own way. We will not be in their business unless they're harming somebody. If they ain't harming nobody, harming themselves, whatever, that's their life. That's on their own conscience. But when they're harming other people, that's the time we step in. Okay, we make sure everybody get along, no matter what race they are, what color or whatever religion they believe. As long as their religion don't harass us. Okay, we'll make sure that it be voluntary to hear what we want to say, not being forced and trying to indoctrinate us to go along with your stupid because you're losing power. That's all what it is. Them days back in the 50s and 60s and all that are gone. It's 2017. Can we move forward and leave that shit in the past? Because y'all don't want to bring the past up. We don't bring the past up historical to know what the foundation of what's going on today. But we're not trying to live in the past. Well, people was treated less than cattle. People was being paid because they were a certain color. Okay? And let's not forget about the illegal immigration. It's you damn conservative folks who have to be white who choose the illegal immigrants to be hired. It's not the Latinos that do it. Yeah, there are some small companies of that. And I said small, I said big corporations owned by white men, not Latino African American men. They're black folks. And why they're lazy? Those are the African. You know why they're lazy? It's your doggone stupid preachers of the Protestant conservative ones go in these communities who didn't care about the riots, who's silent. This past weekend, the Roland Martin was talking about, which I wasn't shocked, who tell them to stay at home with mama. When you turn 18, you're not adult to them. When you are Galatians 5, okay, 1 to 7, Galatians 4, excuse me, debunks that argument. Excuse me, you're the one that does not want them to have any mind on their own. You tell the community to be monolithic, okay? You also debunk the argument that faith what works is the faith what works faith what works is okay. What actually James chapter 2 debunks that argument. Faith without works is dead. If you're not working to get what you want in life, you will never get nothing. In the Latino communities, most of the even though those are those who became Protestant, they believe faith without works is dead. The Africans, especially the Africans, do too, who are in that faith as well. And the Caribbeans, they know you don't get something in life, you're not going to get anything in life. Okay? So that's why these brothers have a lazy, some of them, not all, have a lazy persona. They want to know why I'm so hard working on a job, because I don't share that belief system. I know it's a slave mentality. The reason why white Protestant people believe that faith without works because they took everything from the natives and made it their own when it wasn't theirs. They stole things. They used the scriptures to distort them and abuse people. And before you talk about my faith, let's talk about your faith first. We know it's wrong in our faith to do that type of stuff. We know about the priest doing wrong. We know it's wrong because we're all sinners. We recognize that. Y'all lie to yourselves. You're not sinners after you say that, Lord, may you go to heaven, when actually Matthew 7, excuse me, say that, Lord, does not make you go to heaven. You don't walk the wall, talk the talk. And I know I'm not perfect, but y'all can't throw on me because I know y'all about your self behavior, especially want to keep the poor poor. And I think someone in private say whoever robs the poor robs God. Makes a lot of sense. We don't want to be poor, okay? We want our own stuff. And every time someone say, I want to tell us about a goal, you don't want to help that person going on with the goal, their interest. You want to tell them what their job's supposed to be, what their credit. No, you have no right to do that. When someone told me this, if a person was selling something, selling hamburgers, whatever, they're not going to be successful selling that stuff if they're not interested in that. You have to suit your interest and make it to a business, and that's how you be successful if you're an entrepreneur. And my thing was to be working in arts and entertainment, and people try to stumble block that for some damn reason, and then tell me to go somewhere that I'm not gonna feel comfortable and don't like to do because it's someone else's term, not my own. And I see why folks at the job get frustrated because they don't like the business they're in. I don't mind being the boss, but I make sure that all the ugliness that I show in this video did not be it because I don't be a hypocrite to what I'm saying because I want everybody else to go through that. Okay? And I don't want to be submissive because I don't look like a white man. I ain't trying to be submissive. And Negro-minded folks, Negro-blooded folks, because none of us are pure black, dark, like who bleeded, they're not on my corner. I don't want to be those side. I want no slave, pro-slave, never tell me what that's that slave mentality. Let's be like leaders. If we kings, be leaders, not be servants. Who it is? Y'all are going to cost the welfare system once again, cause folks to be in poverty. You throw away resumes who want a job. You every time you look for a job, you try to find some excuse to keep them in the bottom. So don't bitch and moan about you paying and wasting taxpayer money on welfare system when you are the one contributing at the HR department and the hiring managers. You don't want to see someone make it. Don't boo-hoo cry about you paying someone's bills. Because at the end of the day, if you would give that person an opportunity, trust me, they're 10 times better, maybe 10 times better where they're at right now, and it would not be in a system if you would have thought your selfishness blocked their blessing. Don't bitch and moan about it anymore.